Okay, let's start the video. Mistking and turtles. Let's get that out of the way before she eats it. Now, this could be not a short but a long video. And normally we start videos out with what we like about a system, followed by what we don't like. Well, I'm the opposite. One, I don't like the cost and what you get for the cost. So for their second to highest, you get the cool pump. You get the whole little dial thing. All the parts you need, which is good, but they give you 2, maybe 3 of their subpar heads. I do not like paying nearly $300 for something and it be gravity fed. Personal preference, but I can't stand that. Okay, let's talk about the parts I do like. It works off a shark bite connection, kind of like this. You know, a little shark bite goes in and out. This little tool here is your best friend. Now, I'm going to save y'all some money. If you have to buy extra heads and stuff, because that's the other part I didn't like, is I had to buy some of the premium heads. I had to order them from Canada because I didn't find them anywhere else in a lifetime. And it took nearly 2 months to get here. Pro. They have really good customer service. I ain't got no hate for that. Con took forever, and I ordered them, months ago. Now, other thing, anything you need for a 1/4-inch tubing, just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get your connectors. Not necessarily this type, but for any of your other connections, like your cool L connections around corners and stuff. Now the covering here is J-channel. I'll show you something else I wish I would have known. I wish before I stuck the heads on the T connector, I would have removed it from here and just did this. Would have made it so much nicer and easier to put in. Now another thing, when you're putting this whole wonderful little system in, I try to get the flow one direction, and because I'm married and the room is wintertime with plants, I have to do a certain thing with where I can and can't keep the reservoir. Note, keep your pump below the reservoir. Seriously, keep your pump off the floor, hook it to a good piece of wood. This thing shakes and rattles like you would not believe, but it's also because the way for this to work properly, it needs to be below the reservoir and the connections. Let's come around here. Again, L connections, really nice, little elbows. This is the only one I got that leaks, and I just don't feel like swapping it, so it drips a little bit. Now, coming around here, going all the way over, you'll see I didn't bother using another elbow to go. I just kind of swung it out and went around the other side along the wall. The reason for that is fewer cuts. Turn that off. Fewer cuts, fewer leaks. Sorry, my voice is not with me today. So we brought it along the wall, coming on up into here, and they do have something else I do like. Get dual heads. So get the dual heads, come down. No, Nano doesn't get one because his never dries out. And come down to a nice quad head. And that's where the system ends. Now, they do have what's called a zip drip, which pulls everything out of the line, which I would have to come back around to the system. It came with it. I'm just not using it. So, that being said, let's see if I can get it running. There are a number of other YouTube videos out there to help you set the timer. It's beaming. There we go. Let's get that going. Now, as you can see, it's misting, it's running. It's not going to cover everything. It'll cover a lot, but not everything. Which is fine, because you only need to run for a little bit. I only run for about a minute or two, because the bottom ones will get oversaturated. So, the system does run, and at nearly $400-ish, I am not quite that impressed overall. It works, which is good, but you can do it better, cheaper. We're going to continue this video with the budget system that we picked up. And there's Rain. She's saying, "Oh, I'm getting Rain done." I see one of the other kids. Nope, and there's one of the dragons poking out. Okay, so let me turn this off so we don't run it. Completely, and I gotta set it. And then we are going to go and take a pause and go to the next system. Okay, here we are. We're in Tilly's area. You can see we ran some brass heads. These are some Amazon specials. Got like 20 of them for 20 bucks. Got some cheap system from a buddy. I'm not quite sure. Let's go ahead and plug that in. We'll get that to run. I'm still having to learn how to set all these. Doesn't like me. Okay. Normally you hold that down, or hold the power button down. That works. One of the two. Anyway, this will set up and it'll start spewing out. Give me a second. Down here, I like this one because I can pull from a gallon jug down here. And this one was running really well. I guess what happens when you do budget. Oh, there we go. There we go. I didn't wait long enough. But you can see it mists, it waters, and you can put little cheap knockoff heads for the back corners. It gets all areas you kind of want. Just make sure it doesn't go on any of the heat bulbs. And this is a cheap system, and it's doing just about as good as the big system. It's just not made for as many heads as the other pump. And what I like is it pulls from a jug. And while I may or may not add another head in here, we'll see. There she is. And this is for Tilly. Say hi, Tilly. So, good versus cheap. And she don't care either way. That's kind of what it is. So programming, I gotta do some research on. And go from there. Now, just in case you're all wondering why she didn't have a water dish, I'm still fixing her 15-gallon pond from the snail invasion last year. So that was another project for this weekend. Anyway, enjoy. Say goodnight, Tilly.